Hey, tip is our word for today. Now that word I didn't think it's that controversial because I know tips is a minor thing because tipping is optional. Simple as that. And I am raised as someone who considers tip as a token of gratitude for providing good service. But boy, I was wrong. Because there's a video floating around about a business owner following around a customer that didn't leave a tip after they ate.
Hey bro, what do you want, bro? What do you want? I paid for my food. I paid for my food. What are you talking? Why you following me down the fucking street? Nigga, you need to get the fuck back. You need to get back. Why are you following me? Why are you following me?
What do you think?
Why are you following me? What are you gonna do? Call 911. Call 911. If you need to settle something, you know who to call?
Yeah, they're over here. Let's go. I know them.
I'm okay. Go tell them. You go tell them.
Then you wait here. I'll call
You go tell them. You go tell them. I paid for my food. I handed you $20. You can't charge me more than what the menu say.
No,
So what are you talking about? Bro, I'm not legally required to give you a fucking tip. Get the fuck back. Get back. Get back.
You fucking with me?
Get back. Get back.
You fucking yelling at me?
Get back, bro.
Huh?
I'm telling you to get back.
Yelling
I'm
at
not trying
me?
to fuck with you, bro. Bro, I'm not trying to fuck with you.
You piece of shit.
Bro, I'm not
Fucking
trying to fuck
goddamn
with you.
fucking yelling at me.
I'm not trying to fuck with you,
You
bro.
shut your goddamn
I'm not trying to
fucking
fuck
mouth,
with you.
man.
Why are you following me down the street?
1 minute in and there's a lot of things that happened already. So the man doing the boss walk trying to farm aura but failed miserably is the store owner of the Tables to Sticks ramen restaurant in Evanston. And he claims to know the police. For what? Calling the police on your customer because of not leaving a tip? And somehow he got offended and started yelling because the POV guy yelled for him to get back. Like what?
You piece of shit, little piece
Bro,
of shit, man.
I paid
I'll
for my
smack
food.
the shit out of
Bro,
you,
I paid for
punk
my
ass,
food.
man.
I paid for my food, bro.
Piece of shit.
I paid for my food.
How the f you didn't think
Bro,
you make money?
I paid
you
for
piece
my
of shit,
food.
man?
I
How
paid
my
for my
staff supposed to make
I
money,
paid-
huh?
So raise your price, bro.
Huh?
Bro, we can solve this chill, bro.
Punk ass,
we
man.
can solve
the
this
police
chill,
is right
bro.
there, bro.
We can solve this chill, bro.
Police
I
right
paid
there.
for my
Yeah.
food. We can
Come here.
solve this chill.
Come here.
We can solve
Oh,
this
let's go
chill.
talk to them.
Why are you harassing me?
Punk ass.
Why are you
bitch ass.
harassing me?
Raise your goddamn
Bro,
voice at me,
why
huh?
are you following me down the
I'll
street?
slap the shit out of you,
Why
man.
are you following me down the street, bro?
Punk ass
Why are you
shit.
following me down the street?
When I get slapped up?
Why are you following me down the street? Why are you following me down the street?
Chill the fuck out, bro. Why is you
Bro,
following
chill
us?
out.
Fucking make
Chill
money,
out.
huh?
Chill out.
Why is you following this man?
Chill out, bro. You need to calm down, bro. Why
You
you
raise your
following me down
goddamn
the
voice
street,
at me, huh?
Bro, you
Huh?
need to get back.
You
You want to
wanna
back me
fucking
into the
apologize?
corner?
Man, he really reached into his Asian roots on that one. I felt that. Like that's every Asian kid's worst nightmare. You raised your voice a tad bit high, then your Asian dad's gonna be like, "Oh, as you can see, my son has chosen death by slippers." I mean, he really got offended by that "get back" scream because they have every right to do so because he is up in their shit. And then he belched out the entree here, the main course. So he said, "How does my f***ing staff supposed to make money, huh?"
How my staff supposed to make money, huh?
So raise your price, bro.
Huh?
Bro, we can solve this shit.
I mean, when I heard that, that's like a stupid bullet shot right through my nose. Simple answer. They're supposed to be making money because they are working for you. You're the one who is responsible for your staff's financial incentives, not the customers. Then the POV dude said, well, then raise your prices. Well, okay, sure. But it's not that simple here, big guy, because there's a lot of factors in play. But first, I wanted to touch on what the great Charles White said about this video, because I did watch his video prior to making this, and he said something about how stupid people are. And that is also an important factor.
So in the case of a restaurant that wants to pay their workers a livable wage and take tipping out of the equation and instead put that price into the menu itself, which is what a lot of people say they should do, well, their restaurant might not survive very long because people don't actually think very hard about things.
So about that. So in the Philippines, I do think their answer to the tipping culture is simply service charge. It's where you have a 5 to 10% extra charge added at the end of your bill, basically as an additional payment for the staff to keep them comfortable and to keep the good service at peak, or so they say. So basically it's a mandatory tip that is located at the end of your bill. And he is absolutely right that people don't really think that hard when it comes to certain things. In the case of service charges, since it's located at the end of the bill, people don't really notice that it's there. So they're gonna be like, oh, hey, yo, get me the bill. Then the bill comes, you see the total, then people pay for it. Then they just don't notice at all. And I say that because I saw some people online shocked by those charges, like it's new to them, then calling it a scam. And also when walking out from restaurants, I've noticed in some tables that people still leave tips, even after they paid for those 10% extra charge. I mean, it's either they're extremely grateful or they just didn't notice the extra charge at all. But not all establishments have that. It's mostly on restaurants that have waiters and front desk, basically the front of the house staff that greets you, accommodates you, and attending to your every need. But in over-the-counter transactions only, like McDonald's, they don't charge you service fees because, why would they? They only gave you what you paid for, that's it. But there are some over-the-counter establishments that charge you 6% just for swirling ice cream in front of your face. I'm looking at you, Matcha Tokyo. I mean, they said that you can take it out on the final bill, but who in their right mind would do that? Because the Philippines has this culture of yaan mo na, or let it be, because they didn't want to cause any trouble or ruckus in the store. So for those establishments that puts those additional charges just for giving me my order at the counter, for me it feels a little undeserved. Because for example, earlier, Matcha Tokyo, my experience there, I would have at least expected a vibrant atmosphere and interaction with the employees, because apparently we pay for that. It's the least they can do, right? But now the only words I heard from them is ano pa po, or what else, and the total bill, and that's it. No smile, no thank you, no anything. Business as usual. But don't get me wrong, it's the way it should be for over-the-counter transactions. But then I got an unpleasant surprise at the end of our bill for just buying 2 ice creams. Then I saw the sign. I mean, at least train your staff to at least smile, right? Because your customers are paying 6% more for a good treatment. I mean, at least smile, or if you're having a bad day, just say thank you, I guess. I mean, just do something worth the 6% extra charge. But most of the time, for those establishments that charges those extras, offer some great service. I mean, they deserve it for sure. I mean, they might as well act like your right-hand bitch, that's how good their service was. And experiencing that firsthand is epic. Like in SpongeBob, where he emptied out his brain besides fine dining and breathing, and like anticipating your every need and always there for you type of service. I mean, I can name some establishments that just puts food in front of you, then bam, that's an extra 300 pesos on your 3,000 peso bill. Or like $5 on top of your $50 bill. I mean, hey, I did work on a job that has service charge placed, and let me tell you, it's rightfully so, because the front of the house in my previous job are provided excellent training for good service to deserve that kind of extra charge. And it feels good to have that placed. More money means more motivation to keep up the good work. But that is not a reason to place the financial burden on the customers. It's always going to be the store owner's responsibility to pay off their staff properly. Now, some people, take note, only some people are bothered by those extra fees because most of the time they don't even notice it's there. And others just don't agree with it entirely. But for me, I agree with it to an extent, and I feel like they should only charge for service if there's some type of acts of service being done. Because if all they've done is hand over the food to you that you paid for, I feel like they shouldn't place additional charges there because I think it's undeserving. And personally, I don't tip as much because I am raised to give tips to those who are deserving, because it is an appreciation of good service. Because I've served people before, and no, not just putting food in front then bye-bye. No, we are tasked to take care of our guests, like anticipate their every need and check on them from time to time. And being tipped for me is unnecessary. I wouldn't take it, but if they insist, then okay, then I wouldn't want to argue. But I feel honored for that, because that just means that I did a good job and made them feel special on their stay. So if what you've done is served me with the blankest face imaginable and did absolutely nothing, even if I have all the money in the world, I am not gonna tip you. Sorry. That's why I said in the Philippines, their answer is service charges, because now people can't do shit. But it seems fair to most, like it's not a big deal for most people, even if they notice those extra charges, because, again, the yaan mo na culture.
You trying to back me into a corner, bro?
What is wrong with you, bro?
What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
You did nothing wrong. What you doing?
What are you doing, bro? Bro, what are you on?
What are you doing, bro?
Piece of shit.
Bro, what are you doing?
Got him backslash shit out of
Bro,
me.
what are you doing? What are you doing, bro?
Yo, go back up, bro.
Hey, take my bag. Take my bag.
Yo, bro, what the fuck you doing, bro?
Take my bag. Hey, take this. Hey, get back. Get back. Get back. Get the fuck back. You need to get back,
bro. Back up.
You need to get back, bro.
Put your hand on me.
Bro, he didn't do nothing, bro.
You need to get back.
Chill.
Chill out. Yeah, but that's
You need to get back, bro.
Okay.
To get back.
Chill.
Chill out. Yeah, but that's
You need to get back, bro.
Chill out,
Okay.
You don't have to see black, bro.
No, hold
Oh,
it
put that
back.
race card on me, man. Look at the color of my skin, alright?
Bro.
No,
Don't yell at me.
fucking put that shit
Hold
on me,
I'm
huh?
just getting my water, bro. I ain't touching you. Hold on, your bag is loose, bro. I ain't trying to do nothing to you. I pay for my food, and now you mad because I won't tip you, and you follow me down
How
the
am I
street?
supposed to fucking make money? Those
Okay,
guys,
so
huh?
raise your prices,
They
dude.
don't
That's
get
not
money
my
like
problem.
that, you fucking
I know
shit. They
you
just
mad.
don't
I know.
work like
So
that.
don't serve me then. So don't serve me food then. So don't serve me food then.
Shut the fuck up, man.
Hey, Plonka. Hey, don't get it. Don't get.
And again, he mentioned how is he gonna make money? And the dude just said, raise your prices. And that is actually absolutely correct. Tipping is not the answer. Now some may argue the phrase, if you can't afford to tip, you can't afford to eat out. Well, yeah, sure, but if you're a business owner that relies on tips for your staff to pay their wages, then you just can't afford to do business. Now, cheaper ain't always better because there are still businesses out there that charges a buttload more and still gets profit. Because people also judge the quality based on its price. Like fine dining, for example, they charge more because you know the expected quality of the food is Burj Khalifa level of intricacy. Like some people say that they buy an iPhone for the quality and brand. But if you charge more and dish out Mia Khalifa level of products, that's when you're gonna start having people not going back for sloppy seconds. So the owner kept threatening the cameraman, like backslapping him to oblivion, he said.
Got him backslap the shit out of
Bro,
me.
what are you doing?
Then he finally lets his mustache loosen its grip and finally lets them go.
You acting crazy.
Check it out. Hey, check it out.
Your ass acting nuts.
Check it out.
I pay for my food. Bro, you about to blow up on social media, bro. We gonna put your spot on the map, fam. We put you on the map, bro. We'll blow you up, bro. On social media, you'll have all sorts of numbers. We got you all sorts of numbers, bro. This nigga tweaking. I pay for my food. He mad I didn't tip, and he followed me down the fucking street. What a dumbass. You acting buck fucking wild, and now you gonna fuck with anybody? Your ass is tweaking.
And I can't tell you how ironic this video was. Because first, him doing that with his store name on his chest is nasty work. And second, in their about section, they focus mainly on South Korea and their ramen culture. But the characters in his chest are kanji and hiragana, a Japanese language. And in their Google description, it's now Japanese Korean inspired. It's already pretty confusing. But here's the thing, none of their countries of inspiration encourage tipping. Shocker, especially in Japan. Like in Japan, you tipping them is essentially just you leaving your money there. They wouldn't touch it because tipping is not part of their culture. For them, they owe you a good service. And also in the Philippines. Now I know Philippines is not perfect and there are some establishments that don't offer that good of a service, but at least they're not requiring you to tip, as well as following you around yelling at you because you didn't leave a tip. Now after that, he basically nuked his restaurant reviews himself by letting them film his pectoral muscles with his brand on it while flexing it and freaking out. And props to Yelp for helping them with this influx of negative comments by saying that it's not a representation of who they are.
How am I staff supposed to make money, huh?
So raise your price,
Huh?
bro. We can solve this shit.
I mean, bro really thinks that he is standing up for his staff, but in reality, he did more harm than good. Because the worst case scenario, knock on wood, that the business went belly up because of the stain the owner made because of his freak out, now his employees are going to be unemployed because of him. So let's just pray that he won't do that ever again and may the worst case scenario never happen. And he then was featured on the news where he said that he is remorseful for his actions.
Have you watched the video?
Yes.
And when you watched it, what did you see there?
Ashamed. I was just ashamed, bring shame to my wife as a husband, as an owner, at the same time, to my mom and dad.
Yes, he is right. He brought shame, especially if he is inspired by Japanese Korean culture.
When asked why he didn't tip, the customer told people online, "Oh, I just didn't want to."
A turbo-ass response shows how apathetic he is, but sadly, that's a totally valid and legal response, like flipping off a police officer. Totally legal. Now, I really hope that their restaurant does well after this because I really feel bad for the employees, like they haven't done anything, and this owner held on the orb of stupidity for 4 minutes and almost nuked their business. So yeah, all power to them. That's it. Bye.